Welcome to the Q&A session of the last lesson of the advanced module. So, yeah, if you want, close your eyes. Yes. And put your attention on your breath to begin. How is your breath? Is it high? Is it low? Is it fast? Is it slow? Is it deep or shallow? And I was thinking, to call off, you can like breathe to your mouth and pretend that it is a straw, like you push your tongue in a certain way, that is like a straw. You can breathe out to your nose or to your mouth, but it's a very cooling breathing. And normally I love, of course, to breathe to your nose, but sometimes this can help cooling down. And of course, longer out than in, because that gets you in the relaxed parasympathetic nervous system. And see if that helps. And see what you like more, breathing out also to the mouth or more to the nose. It's like doggies, eh? They hang their tongue out of their mouth to cool off. Yeah, I think that helps also, but this is nice. Okay, and how is your body? Is it hot? Is it cool? Is it tense? Is it tired? Is there pain? Is it relaxed? Feel how your body is. Do you feel the ground you're sitting on, the underground? That's not a good translation. And how are you? Did you hurry to arrive? Did you arrive at your holiday place? Yes. Are you happy? Are you sad? Annoyed? Irritated? Excited? Depressed? A little bit confused? Super calm? Super happy? How are you? And now you ground yourself. You ask for a grounding cord, or you throw one, or both at the same time. Maybe a nice heat, how do you call it? Afvoeren. A nice cord that draws heat away. And see if it is thick enough or thin enough. Do you like the colors? You might, for today, write your name in it and the date. And you might use it to flush too much warmth. See if that helps. Are you here alone? Or do you have travelers inside you who wants to join your ride? And let it color dark blue if there are. It has been a little while since the last lesson, so maybe people sneaked in. And then you flush it. Just flush it. And are you all here, or are you still on the road? Or home? Or still at work? Call back your energy from other times, other places, other people, plans, future, past, other dimensions. Call it back. And let's fill up today with love, light, acceptance, and if you need some cooling energy, maybe like, you know, sea water energy or pool energy. There we go. You feel your sphere above you, and it is opening your crown chakra. And you can add any quality you want. And there we go. Your whole head fills with love, light, and acceptance and cool energy. Let's make it a waterfall. A nice, cool waterfall. Waterfall. Your head filled with love, light, acceptance, and cool water. Ah, that flushes the heat out. If you are warm, because maybe you are not. And it goes to your neck, shoulder, all the way, upper arms, elbows, forearms, hands, all the way to your fingertips, fills with love, light, acceptance, and a beautiful water which makes you cool down if you are too hot. And maybe makes you a bit warmer if you are cold. And it goes also to your chest, your heart, your whole chest, lungs fills with love, light, and acceptance. And you say in yourself, I love myself. Because you're so lovable. So love yourself so much. Remember last week's heart chakra. All love. And you go further. Your belly, your whole belly fills with love, light, acceptance, and cool water. And you say in yourself, I love myself. Every cell, every little place filled with love, light, and acceptance. And it goes to your buttocks, your genitals, your upper legs, your knees, your lower legs, all the way to your feet, to the tip of your toes. Every cell fills with love, light, and acceptance. And you say in yourself, I love myself. And if nothing can be added, it bursts through your skin into your aura. And your whole aura fills with love, light, and acceptance and a perfect temperature of water. Keeps on streaming and keeps on streaming. You say in yourself, I love myself. And your skin, if there are marks or if there are insect bites, because it's an insect season, that fills with love, light, and acceptance. Like an extra sort of magical ointment that suits your skin. And you say to yourself, I love myself. And it goes and it goes and it goes, and there is a thick layer forming of love, light, and acceptance and perfect temperature at the shell of your aura. Keep breathing. Don't forget to breathe. Check your grounding cord in the meantime. Does it have to be bigger, smaller, other color? And this is, of course, a perfect day for the people who are hot to do energy streaming. So you place your feet in a nice pool of cool water, of lukewarm water if you are not that hot, and let the water energy come up and, I would say, cool you down. And for the people who are hot, who are cold, it's the other way around. Let that cool water go through your feet chakra, water energy, your ankles, your lower leg, your knees, your upper legs, and let it stream your legs nice, clean and cooling. And at your tailbone, it goes to the earth again. Yeah. And now, from above, there is this nice energy coming into your head, flowing alongside your spine, all the way to your tailbone. There it mixes with the water. You know, normally we do earth, but now we do water. It mixes with the water and goes together, I say upstairs, above, and goes out in your crown chakra with a fountain. And it's literally a fountain of water. Let it stream. So you have put on the leg stream, the heaven stream. And now, yeah, you put your hands in the scale of water. A scale, that's not a good. And a thing filled with water. And you let the water come in through your hand chakras, to your wrist, forearm, elbows, upper arms, to your shoulder. It crosses over and makes a connection with the big stream and goes down on the other hand, shoulders, upper arms, elbows, forearms, wrists, and it streams out to your chakras, your hand chakras. Let it stream and see how it is. You can check your grounding cord, is it thick enough, nice colors enough, and stream. So if you're hot, let it be a cooling stream. If you're nice, let it be just a nice temperature stream. If it's cold, let it be a warm stream. And stream. And you can just see it streaming, feel it streaming, smell it streaming, hear it streaming. But it streams. You can just be like this, and sometimes maybe you make yourself small and duck in the stream and stream a little bit with the stream and get out again and duck on another place. Nice. Now for the last time, check your grounding cord. If it is okay, colors okay, thickness okay. And then you stream as long as you want. Enjoy it. And I will keep my mouth shut. And if you are ready, you touch something, the couch or your desk, to end this visualization. Yeah, that's a good idea to stretch. Always good. I always need to be reminded, because if someone stretches, they think, oh yeah, that's so nice.
Do you know what kind of micro you're using today, Vicky?
Is it there?
Here? Huh? Now it's good, but during the exercise it was a little bit too soft for me. Are you having this Microsoft we had the last time?
Microsoft?
Microphone.
The same thing.
This one?
Let me see.
This one.
But
Okay.
maybe I should make it louder. That is also. Does this make a difference?
Yeah, that makes a
Oh
difference.
yeah, I hear you also very hard. Okay. So
Okay, thank
is this
you.
good? Yeah, good. So warn me in time because it's such a pity if you miss things. Yeah.
Yeah, but not in the middle of the exercise.
Oh yeah. For other times, then you because I look at you, you do like this. So
Okay.
then I can see. Yeah.
Okay.
Like this.
So if I make this sign, then it needs to be a little bit louder.
Well, this is much okay, but
This is
yeah,
okay. Then okay, this.
yeah, yes, yeah. This one.
Okay, fine.
Okay. Well, since you are talking, Ria, will you go first? How are you?
I'm a bit sleepy, I realize, but that comes from the heat. During the exercise, I had the feeling I'm kind of dozing in and out. Okay, and also in the summer nights, I really love the weather, even if it's hot and warm. And I have this summer feeling that's a total difference to rain and coldness and all that. And then I feel that in my body and everywhere. This is a good feeling, but also I do not sleep so great. So the nights are long. I wake up a lot of times. So it's a couple of hours and I feel easily tired.
Mm.
Yeah, it's a lot going on. It's a lot to do at home and at work too, and I have to watch out for my energy and the resources and take good care of myself. So I always practice the fundamentals. So I try to work with the screen myself a bit and put various situations that came up from my life on it and then wash the energy out, put the sprinkler on and so, and look what kind of conclusions I had been drawing back in the past tense and replace them with healing and better conclusions. And I feel an impact. And I always combine everything with the Dr. Joe Dispenza meditation, generating abundance, but generating abundance for health. So I have to get up early in the morning. That takes me 1.5 hours. And this is the time when I can do it because in the evening I'm too tired. And during the day, I don't have the time for it. When I have time during the day, I check my grounding cord and I send energy back and work with roses and all that stuff. And I realize a difference. I'm much more able, as I said last time, to keep other people's energy away and to stay in my own. And I realize I have a lot of very old energy that I'm carrying around from family members and from client settings. And so I'm working on releasing this really old stuff. But it's going good. And I think the perfect thing for me would be to spend maybe 2 or 3 weeks at the ocean. But this will be then in September when I go to the east coast of Germany. Really looking forward to that because water and being at the ocean, that helps me to release these things too, just by sitting there and giving it to the ocean and ask the ocean to carry it with it. So overall, I'm doing good, but have to watch out for my energy. And I feel a little bit stressed and not so good regarding this whole Corona subject because we have now low numbers in Germany and they take back all the restrictions. And on the one side, that's good, yeah. And I'm happy for all the people that are double vaccinated and everything, but I'm not vaccinated at all. And there are plenty of people around, all our young people. And I think the way they handle it, our government is kind of really planless. So it's too early for some things. And this is stressful for me. And it's kind of weird after these over 1 year living so away from all the people you love, from the regular dinners and whatever you do in your free time together. And now many people I know get together again, but I cannot join them because of that situation. And that makes me feel sometimes left out. And
Mm.
that's not such a good feeling. And I try to handle it with grace and
Oh,
be happy for the ones that are able to join again, and then think, well, my time is coming, but it's not yet.
yeah. Wow. Yeah. You sound so good. You sound so, yeah, I don't know, composed and in control. It's very beautiful to see. Also, your face is again lighter. And I was thinking, you are not vaccinated. You don't want to be vaccinated?
I do what?
Vaccinated?
No, I'm not vaccinated because I have a problem. It's I had to consult our university hospital and the specialists for that, and I'm waiting for a vaccine that's called Novavax. I would like to be vaccinated, but Novavax is a vaccine that was supposed to come in July, but it's now coming at the end of September, and we don't know if it's really coming to Germany. But that's a vaccine that's made and works in the old way, like the flu
Mm-hmm.
vaccines.
Mm-hmm.
And they think that I would do good with that. And all the AstraZeneca and Vector vaccines, they are a no go for me. And the
Mm-hmm.
only thing they suggest is that BioNTech, and it's risky for me.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I mean, some of my physicians say, Shall, now go for it, yeah, because you're super exposed all the time through your job. But my inner voice tells me, wait. So I
Yeah.
have to try to get in touch with our super specialist here, but it's very difficult to get in touch with him. I'm writing him now an email. And this is something this is stressing me too, because I have the feeling I don't want to go with open eyes in a medical risky situation, and I feel pressured from my rheumatologist, especially. She says, no time, we cannot wait any longer. And I'm just not at the point that I can go in that situation, and I want to wait. But really, nobody really knows anything and how this is going to work with Novavax, the vaccine I want. So it's kind of difficult. It's kind of shocking that these physicians know only about the things that are here right now, and there is plenty of stuff coming in the next months, and they don't have a clue about it. So I know more than they do, and it's good for me, but it's not a great feeling. I would like them to
Yeah.
know more about the whole thing, and I
Yeah.
hope that I really hope that I in the next weeks to come or next months to come have the strength to hear clearly what my inner voice is telling me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so I think listen to your inner voice. You know, that's
yeah.
the most important thing. Of course, you listen to the information also, but it is so contradictory sometimes that you cannot make something out of it. So,
And
and
I
you,
don't want to wind up in that situation. Well, everybody does it, and even if it is risky, you have to do just make up your mind, do it, and then we will see what the outcome is. That's
mm-mm,
something that's really difficult for me.
yeah. So don't just listen to your inner voice. I would really recommend that. Yeah,
Yeah.
and maybe even if you are doubtful, just listen. That's the most simple. You can maybe clean things out. You know, to hear your inner voice better. Yeah, put up a
Yeah.
screen and say like everything that is in the way of my inner voice, wash it out and let it be clear. Yeah.
Yeah, and every day I wrap myself into my neoprene suit where all the negative stuff is not able to get physically into me and only the good things. And I put myself in a golden white healing light. I hope that helps to
That's
stay healthy.
I'm sure it contributes to say the least. Yeah, I'm sure of that. Yeah.
But I feel sometimes a bit insecure regarding that. And sometimes I have moments where I think, well, I just now go and have it done. But then I wake up and I say, no, I have to wait.
Yeah, so listen to that, dear. Just listen
Uh,
to that, and of course it is insecure because we don't know. So the only thing is okay, be true to yourself, and then okay, whatever happens happens, but you at least you stayed true to yourself. Eh?
yeah, and I don't know what it's regarding that for all of you with the subject. It's a totally strange feeling if you're in such an exposed position that almost everybody is the mainstream, just going ahead of it, and you are really at a totally different place. So
Yeah, that's difficult because there's also a lot of aggression around the subject. So, people who are for vaccination can be very aggressive also. And maybe the other side also.
uh,
Well, say, okay, just different opinions,
uh,
respect everything. And the mainstream is difficult because also all the known, well-known people are for, But I sent a movie about Eric Clapton and
Okay,
his catching.
haven't seen it yet. And
Oh yeah, you've seen it, of course. Yeah,
the difficult thing is in Germany, if you're not vaccinated, it's already the case that you are not allowed to do
yeah,
special certain things anymore. And I never thought, never ever, that we would be in this situation, but we are in it, and it's gonna be even more intense in the next weeks.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
difficult. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. You know that movie of yeah. It is in the group, I think. But I will send it. I will send it.
Okay.
Nice
Good.
to see. Okay.
Okay. So
Thank you, dear.
here next, thank you to Kotje next to me.
So funny how you are different on your screen than I am, Coach.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. With me, everything is fine and calm. So I don't have a lot to say. I actually enjoyed not having a course for a while and be able to just do nothing. It's too warm now, so I'm not doing it. I work in the garden, but it's no, I'm fine. I'm just doing fine. I'm happy. I feel stable. Well, I feel balanced, and well, what you say that there is a lot of an kind of people tend to, when I have to do something, I recognize, I see now that people are easily annoyed. They are easily getting angry on the telephone or at the desk, or but well, I learn now. I know now that I can just ground myself, take a deep breath, stay calm, and then sometimes not. I just but usually it works, so I'm fine. And if it doesn't work, I think well it's okay. You just needed that. So then the other can get. I had a telephone call from somebody. I said I can't hear you, and I first she said I can't hear you, so I did something. I changed to the telephone, not to my ear and hearing aid to talk through, so she could understand. And then I said to her 3 times, I can't understand what you're saying. You're talking too fast. I can't hear you. Well, I'm talking perfectly normal. And then I said, okay, well, thank you for your help. Bye.
That's a good one. That's a good
Yeah.
one.
So
Yeah.
it was, and I think that is what yeah. I think everybody's fed up with Corona and with all the rules and all the. No, I don't mind wearing a mask. But many people do, and they get annoyed by that when they have to do it. And well, it's fine. It's almost at the end of this crisis. And I think I hope that everybody just keeps counting to 10 before you say something. And the thing. Is it true? Is it helpful? Is it inspiring? Is it necessary? And is it kind? And if it's not, just shut up. Don't say
Yeah.
it. Don't
Yeah.
say it.
Beautiful, beautiful
Yeah.
thing.
And you have
Yeah.
10 seconds just to think about that.
Yeah, think,
Think about
think
that
about
10
think.
seconds. And
Yeah.
then you speak your truth or you just be silent.
Yeah, that's it should be really a rule, like forbidden to speak if you don't think.
Yeah. Then it's another rule.
It's true.
So no.
Yeah,
So I'm fine. I'm
yeah,
fine.
that's cool.
Yeah.
And I find it very good of you that you can stay calm if people are acting aggressively and annoyed. So
Yeah, well, I learned in this course also that your own reaction says something about yourself as well. So I sometimes ask myself, why am I annoyed now? Why do I get angry? So I try to understand what's happening in that situation, and perhaps I can change myself. I can't change the other.
yes,
So I try to
very
learn
right.
what it is that annoys me.
Yeah, very good questions, and yeah, yeah, I really want to, how do you call it? Compliment you on that. Very, very good. Because
Yeah,
then you all, because you're the only one who can change yourself. You cannot change the other, and it's
yeah,
so nice because it's all in your hands. That's the beauty of
yeah,
it.
and perhaps compared to the others, my situation is easy because I don't see a lot of people. I don't go to work, and I just go do some shopping, or I see my family or friends, and well, usually it's a very safer situation. So I don't get the trouble that some of you will encounter where you go out and you meet other people that you don't know. So I have an advantage there.
Yeah, it's good for you. You have had enough of that.
Yeah.
So yeah, cool.
Okay.
Thank
Well,
you.
I'm at the top bottom, so I go to upstairs to Bianca.
Hey, that view of Bianca, it is so, attractive. The trees and the sky. Wow, wish I was there.
Hi, everybody. Yes, how am I? I'm a bit tired for 1 week or 2 weeks. And I did the recordings, and being tired, I remembered what's his name in the first 2 courses. He was depressed and tired. Yeah, and well, it influences. It colors your movie. It colors your everything, and then I'm very much aware that I should do more filling up, or just to stay calm, or just to do some things. But when you are tired, it's easy to get in this negative vicious circle. So that is an interesting lesson for me. On the other hand, I'm fine. I'm just distracted. The dog is. I'm fighting a bacterial infection on my pink.
Oh,
It's well, it's amazing how small germs can influence this big.
yeah.
Happily, I'm not sick. I'm not ill. I'm not. But I have to take care, and I'm on antibiotics now, and that's rare for me. So it makes me aware that I'm grateful with my good health. And once in a while, I have this fatigue or this thing on my pinky. So it puts everything in another mindset and a perspective. I'll use this vacation to relax and to sleep, and then to fill up with things I need. And I was very much hoping that I could be in this webinar, or this Q&A call. Yeah, it's not that I missed you, but when I see the recordings, every story, every movie, everything you all put into and add to is so beautiful. So yeah. Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, those stories are beautiful. They're so touching. Yeah, I always get touched by all the beautiful stories and movies. Yeah.
And I just normally I'm when I'm in a group, I'm the one who is bringing in more than I do now, and it's just for 5 or more lessons, and it's I notice, and I let it go, and it's good, and it's fine for me to mention it and just to practice and to stay okay with it. And sometimes I get my monkey mind, or my critic says, well, you should add more to the apps, or find some music or some inspiring text. And I'm not going to, because it's not on the vibe, it's not on the drive I'm into. So I join in with what I have, and it's little, but it's okay for me. But I enjoy all your apps and linkjes and movies, and So yeah, and it's for me a great gift that I can allow myself just to take and not to be yeah, it's out of balance, but it's right. So thank you all for being so patient and just so generous in giving me letting take it in. So yeah, that's it.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for your sharing. Also, this is vulnerable for you, I think. And you don't take, you enjoy and you take it in. But you don't take because you are present in this group as you. And we want everybody to be as he or she is. So not the music, not that everybody has there now to put in music. No, you are the listener, and that is beautiful. And so don't feel ashamed because you think you don't contribute. The contribution is not in posting things. That's nice, is a contribution, but the contribution is that you're here totally as yourself. That's the present you give to the group. So never forget that, dear.
Thank you for confirming again.
Yeah.
So next to me is...
No, I was finished. I was finished. I take notes. And you take antibiotics. Do you also have probiotics with you?
I didn't understand. I didn't hear the last words.
Okay, probiotics.
Yes, I have.
Oh, cool. Oh, yeah, you have. I know.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah, and I need them now. So and the huisarts, the doctor said, if it doesn't change in 2 or 3 days, you have to visit the doctor here in Zeeland.
Okay.
And today is my hesitating day, and tomorrow I will decide. Maybe I need another spectrum of antibiotics. And it's just a small spot of 4 or 5 centimeters, but it can be dangerous.
Yeah, you don't
so
think,
I'll take care.
Yeah, and another thing is a violet flame. Whenever I have an infection, even with cold or flu, I do the violet flame. You know, I just underneath me, and you could do it, your pinky into a violet flame, but do it all over you and bathe in the violet flame, because bacteria and wrong bacteria and viruses don't like it. They cannot stand that vibration. So, and then the last thing I want to say is you are tired and you don't need to fill up. You can, but the first thing if you're tired is to love your tiredness. Love being tired. Don't resist tired. You are tired. So then you are maybe too tired to do an exercise and you lie or you move slowly and love yourself intensely and love the tiredness intensely. I
can do that.
Cool. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Vicky, can I ask something about for the violet flame? Because I told you I have the insect bites, but I have an allergic reaction to it, and it's nothing good.
Yeah.
But what do? You think about the violet flame? You sit in the violet flame. What do you do?
Yeah, you can do it any way you like. What I do is like I'm sitting or lying, and then beneath me is there this violet flame, and I'm like you are burned like a witch. That's not a good association, but you're totally in this violet flame, you know, and let it the bacteria and viruses, they cannot stand it, you know, so you do it like that, and then see what happens. And maybe if you have spots, you do extra like a violet flame, like you are a magician, you know.
Okay, thank you.
Okay,
I have one question. Last question. Why do you repeat to put attention, check your grounding cord again? Why is that?
Because you are adding to your energy, probably, and then you get more energy. And the idea is that if you have more energy, you might need a thicker cord or something. That's why.
Thank you. Now, Ian.
I thought
I have a question too to the fire flame, but you're not sitting in the flame,
Yeah, you're sitting in the flame. Yeah, you're sitting in the flame. You know, like just let the flame go right through you, in you, through this. Yeah, you could also fill yourself up with fire, but I like violet flame. Like, yeah, you're sitting in the flame, and the flame goes also inside you. Yeah. Wow. Ian, long time no see.
Yeah, it's been a while.
You have been so much holidays, so much beautiful movies and nature.
I don't know about that. I think it's not as good as it looks.
Oh, no?
Yeah. No, it looks lovely there, Bianca. The sound of the birds as well. I like listening to the birds there in the background is nice. I think I'm neutral today. Not too high, not too low, but I've been up and down the past few weeks. I think really. To be honest, I had work on and stuff while the last sessions were running, but I just couldn't really be bothered either, if I'm being totally honest. I just couldn't really be bothered with it. But I've really enjoyed just sort of watching them back. But my energy's it's been a bit lower than it has been. I've been injured, so I've not been able to go running. And I know that does really affect us when I can't run. It just affects my energy. I've not been able to get out of bed in the morning as much to do my morning routine. So setting my alarm and then just turn it off and go back to sleep. So I just stopped setting it. And then, like you said, sort of stopped fighting it actually. And then I've started to wake up a bit. So I'd still been going out, but maybe only spending half an hour or so and rushing through things rather than the usual period of time. So yeah, just been a bit up and down. It's not been great. It's not been terrible, but it's okay. And it was just nice watching other people's journey. Coochie, you seem like you're a master now. You're in a really, really good space. So yeah, that's been nice to watch. Just filmed that again today. I struggle with the screen a little bit as well. It's sort of hit and miss for me. I definitely don't see a screen. It's hard to play a movie out. I've had some success with it, but it's been a bit frustrating. The exercise being that every time. Although I know there's other people in the group and it's working well for everyone. It's just one that I struggle to get my head around a little bit with it. Obviously, I posted some feedback from the one that I had done, and that was quite healing, and I got something out of that. I did one this morning, so I did the heart one this morning from 21 to 28. Is that right?
When it was
21. So the 7 years from 21, was this the heart chakra?
Yeah.
So this was quite a wild time in my life where it was just a lot of partying, drink, drugs, all that sort of stuff. Music, good at the time. And there was some quite heavy stuff in that period. My granddad actually committed suicide. I was really close to him, and he hung himself. So I said he died of a broken heart, really. So it was fitting that it was hard, because he just longed to be with my grandma, and he drank and drank and drank, and I think that this was his solution, that he'd be with her again. And it was hard for me to take for a long time, because I was raised as a Catholic and stuff, but lost any sort of faith in any religion and stuff. And I'm not really religious, although I'm probably spiritual now. And from some of the medicines I've worked with and the experiences I've had, I do feel it is eternal, and there is something there. So that's brought me some comfort around that. But I think that was quite a traumatic thing for me in that period. And prior to that, I was really good at running as well. One of the best runners in the UK. The discipline that I did, and I stopped all of that at that sort of time, and just sort of went off the rails a little bit, because I think things started a little bit late for me rather than my teenage years, because I was a runner and quite disciplined with that. I think things came a bit later for me. So it was quite a heavy period in my life. And what I played out was just a period where I sat down with my mum and dad, and I was getting grilled about what I was doing at one point. And it really just made us feel like shit about it. It was never really like any why is it happening. It was just sort of, you're doing this, it's your friend's fault. You're going out and you're partying all the time and stuff. And I felt really bad, but when I replayed it, my granddad came in to support me. And we hugged and stuff. So it was really nice. It was a really nice exercise. But it didn't play out on the screen. No, it was good. It was good. So yeah, it was probably positive thing that came out of them, just to be stood with them again and stuff. But again, it's just going back to my parents a little bit, I think, of just this idea of, just sort of telling myself that, I had my own reasons for doing it, and it was just that I didn't know any other reason, and that's, I was doing it whether it was to protect myself or to distance myself from whatever, and I don't think there was ever any understanding of that from them. So it's just coming to a little bit of peace with myself earlier today, I think, just to say that, what you did's all right, and you are who you are. And, but yeah, it's just been a funny few weeks. I still feel the same at the minute. I feel like I'm always questioning like how I feel. Am I happy today when I wake up? Is it going to be a good day? Am I in a good space or am I not? Rather than just letting it be. Like, I just feel like it's just constantly at war with myself, thinking, am I happy? But yeah, strange. But yeah, that's it really.
Yeah, nice to hear a part of your movie. And you say it didn't play on the screen; it did play in your head. Is that
just
what
sort
you
of
mean?
played in my head? Just just imagine myself sat there and stuff. There was a few different things I could have picked, but it was that I focused on. Because obviously I know what the exercise is going to be before it, so I'm already thinking about it before we go into the exercise. So I'm like, right, it's going to be the screen again. I went to start the massage and stuff and start thinking, and I thought it was going to be about my granddad, and when I found out that he killed himself and stuff, but it wasn't. Once I got into it, it played out that it was this other scene, but my granddad came into it anyway. But yeah, it was definitely a wild period in my life. I think I'm just sort of coming out at the other end of it now. I think it's something that I've identified with. This is who I am and this is what I do. But yeah, just starting to maybe understand some of the reasons behind it now. I've been reading. I watched a documentary actually about a guy, Gabor Mate.
Oh yeah, about trauma. Yeah.
It was just. It was really deep. It was really heavy stuff. But yeah, I could really relate to some of it as well. It's quite touching, some of it. I thought the artwork that they used in it was really powerful with the kids and the addicts and stuff like that. It was definitely impactful. And it's funny that the video popped up. It was shared in another group that I'm in from the retreats I go to. But I just recently bought his book as well, so I'd actually just started the book. So I'm just on with that now. But it's quite heavy stuff. So maybe I've seen my moods up and down. I'm exposing myself to quite a lot of heavy content just now. So maybe that's part of it as well.
Yeah. And I was thinking, moods up and down. You don't have problems with it. It's just, is it okay to get your moods up and down?
Yeah, it's not drastic or anything. It's just like I say, it's just finding this inner peace as well, instead of waking up every morning and thinking, am I happy to do it? It's not thinking.
Yeah.
So go and do the exercises and make myself feel good.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Which we're all doing. I mean, we're all here to make ourselves feel better, I think.
Yeah.
But
and the movie about the heart chakra, what was your final conclusion? Did you change the conclusion from what to what?
Yeah, it was more just that my granddad was there to support me and just say, he's got his reasons for doing what he's doing, and he's not to blame here. It's not like he's.
Cool. I
remember one time when they sat down with me, I actually cried at the point. It was almost like I knew what I was doing wasn't right, but I'd still go and do it again the next week. It's good at the time, and it's just an escape, isn't it? Yeah.
And what is just an escape?
Just going out and doing what I was doing with drinking and partying and all that sort of stuff. I didn't know. I never knew anything different. That's I think a generational thing for me from where I'm from and where I grew up. That's what everyone was doing, and we've probably all been through similar journeys in our lives, and it's just an escape, I think.
Yeah, and the best way you could think of to cope with things, if you would have known other ways, then you would have done it other way. So
I think
the best thing.
And it was more. I think it was positioned with some of my parents. Obviously, we're coming from a point of view where they cared about it and stuff, but it's more like you're wasting your life, you're throwing all your talents away. You should be doing this, you should be doing that, and you're doing this. So yeah. But look, I'm all right now. I've got a beautiful family, nice home and stuff. So things turned out all right anyway. So Yeah, it was just interesting to play it back. And that came up. It's good. It is a good exercise, although I struggle with it. It is good that it brings things up to the surface that you don't know are there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could understand their point of view as well. Though, like my mum would make dinner and then I wouldn't turn up for 2 days or something. So
like a nightmare for parents.
Yeah. Well,
oh my God.
Maybe your kids aren't too bad.
Yeah.
It feels childish to talk about it, like, but I don't know. It's just that's how it was. It's something that's
not
obviously
childish.
stuck with us. Yeah.
I'm happy that you talk about it. I love it.
It's not that my children are that way, but sometimes you think, what are you doing? But they need some, yeah, sometimes they need to go through a certain phase in their own way.
Yeah.
The step that they need to make. And they're completely different. But
yeah, we've all got our vices. We've all got our vices. I think that's one of the things that when I replayed it, and my granddad was saying was like, he's a good person, you know, and I do feel that about myself. It's, you know, I've never done anything bad to anyone or anything like that, and that's what he was putting across. And maybe that was a message for me rather than for me now, rather than for them. Then you know, with him saying that, just sort of put it across like you've never done anything bad to anyone. You were just doing what you knew. You didn't know anything else, so.
And you have some stories to fall back to, you know?
Yeah, some good times. Definitely some good times. I feel like there's a bit. It's come up before. I'm okay with it now, but I think there was a part of it as well that I'd let myself down because I was a really good runner. I was on like lottery funding and things like that, and I used to go away warm weather training and all that sort of stuff, and I could have made something of it, but I look back now and I think, well, I go out running every day anyway. Like I don't need to race people around the track to know that I'm good at running or I enjoy running. I get to go out running in the woods and stuff whenever I want. So yeah, I've made peace with that side of it as well.
Oh, happy. Yeah, happy.
Yeah. I look forward to it. My calf's okay now, so I went out the other day and tested it. I'm looking forward to building my miles up again. I think I need to run. If I don't run, there's all this energy in me. I really need to run.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah.
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 I think that's me.
Okay. Thank you so much for sharing. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed your movie and and everything you tell. So you're good. You're really doing good. Yeah.
Thanks.
Good to know. Thank you.
And Barbara, you've been missing as long as I have, I think. Missing in action.
Yeah. Holiday, eh?
And you've had a holiday as well.
Yes. I'm back after 2 weeks.
Wow.
Vacation and now trying to catch up. And but being in good space. The vacation was in the right time. Being the beach, kind of relaxing and just let it be, let it shine, let it all smile. And it was a very good 2 weeks, plain simple. And just taking in a van, you just realize how little you need just to live a life, in a materialistic way. Taking a shower in the public places, not worry about anything, being a camper. I mean, you guys know what's that about, but it's just good to realize how little. And sometimes you're too attached to work because of survival, and then later realize don't need that much. But anyway, trying to catch up with the videos. I was about to finish the heart today, but I didn't have time. And I was kind of in a hurry. So I don't know if my mind was kind of spacious and too relaxed, too peace and love, and not ready to go back to reach the dirty stuff inside of me. I need a little bit more vacation towards that. But on the bottom line, I realized through all this work that I'm still stuck on the survival. My inner child, I think the whole situation was that I was born, briefly just saying that I was born trying to figure out how the hell I ended up in this world. What am I doing here? What I'm supposed to do? Who I'm supposed to be? You know, that really root thing. And not having this answer and led me to live a life in a kind of survival mode. When you come to the victim, when you realize about the victim, I was all the time like this because I don't know what's supposed to do. So freeze and let life goes by and just do a little bit. But on the other hand, I was like, it doesn't matter if I'm like this, I'm happy. I'll be happy no matter what. You know, I'm going to enjoy, I'm going to learn the lesson, I'm going to, anyway, so it's just a survival, but in a happy way. I cannot complain about my life. Life has been good. Everything that I lived, I was always looking for a teaching or a reason for it. And because I was trying always fit in, that's why I'm still stuck with the text that Ian wrote about fixing, because it was really me trying to fix it myself all the time, it's not even towards other people. I'm not trying to fix anybody, you know, because I don't know what this life is. So I'm trying to fix me and living like this. And when I realized that I did not need to do this, my whole body just like, it was just like, so the vacation was just a perfect timing, because then I learned to just like, here I am, you know what I mean? Just like do whatever. I just learned to explore. And then the child inside, and I had a very interesting dream that was during the trip, that I was kind of being reborn. I was giving a birth to myself. It was very weird, from my vertebra, just me be kind of reborn again. And the child inside was having the same, it's not that I don't still have the same questions like what I am doing here, but in a sense of just go back to the first sense that I have about exploring. Be curious and go and ask questions and be out there, because before I was just like not asking, just observing and accepting and receiving and, you know, just taking in, but nothing questioning, I don't know. But now it's just like stop serving, stop trying to fit in, stop trying to put your truth out there and just discover. So I'm still stuck on the first chakra. I'm still stuck on the survival. Yeah, the survival part. When I went through the other chakras, a message for me, I couldn't go so deep because I was doing so in a hurry, trying to catching up. So, but it was always in a survival mode. It's just like I was trying to survive, just go through it. So all the ages was, it's not even, I had bad experience, but it wasn't, how can I say, I had bad experience, but I was trying to learn with that. I was trying to make sense of it. And I'm still, one episode that have helped me to, not help me, make me who I am and come with the pride of it and how I'm living the life, was that as a young age, for instance, about 6 or 7 years old, there was a sexual abuse. But from that sexual abuse, I wasn't angry with the person who was abusing me, because I recognized he was sick. He was a sick person, so he needs me. So I incorporated the person who would take care of him. And with that attitude, I incorporate taking care of other people, and kind of me is not important. What I feel, my body is not so important. This is just physical. It will, I think it's all in the sense of the defense mechanism as well, you know, that not recognizing this is just whatever. But then on my whole life was just basic taking care of people. If I have a relationship with somebody, would be taking care of that person, being in a loving one or somebody, because I need, and that build up a kind of pride on me, you know, that I'm good and let me take care. So there is a negative point on that as well, because the pride, the arrogance of it inside of me, the dark side, I think. But my whole years was always trying to taking care and fixing, not fixing, but taking care. I'm here for you. I'm giving the love. I'm not trying to change. When I got married, it's just like, it was the most scary thing, because every movement that I did was scary, but I knew intuitively that I need to take that for a change in my life, to grow spiritual, to get somewhere. So when I got married, with Vanderlei, we were very good friends. We've built up from friendship, which is lovely, because then I trust him completely and all. But I knew that he needed me to give him love and accept him how he was, with his anger, with his because he has a rough childhood too. So it was just like more accepting, let's do it. And then all this year was just like accepting him to put out his anger not towards me, but just, flush his anger. And now through this program, I'm just learned the difference that, okay, I can coordinate his anger, but not taking on me. I can kind of help him to direct his anger for another way. I don't have to take, so the energy is just build me to separate it and not be completely. And in a matter of even respect of the people, because everybody is able to handle their own stuff. So I'm not better than anyone, which I was thinking that, okay, I'm going to organize this thing and put it all on me and I'll be the warrior, that thing. But yeah, so right now in my life, I feel that I'm trying to reprogram myself in a sense of not being the saver, or not playing the saver or the somebody who knows, but just to explore and honor what is really me. So it's a self-knowing, I guess, again, and see what's, what I'm up to. I think it's a reborn, a rebirth sense of, yeah, I'm back to 7 years old. I'm 46, but back to 7 years old. And everything that I plan in life is happening in the sense of I knew that I would never be a mother. I'm not a mother, I'm a grandmother. I know that I'm going to retire very soon because Vanderlei is 7 years old. I'm 46, so will retire. I will be retired soon. I was 8 years old one time. I was making an account. My mom would say, "What are you doing?" So I'm planning for my retirement. My mom, "What? You're 8 years old? You planning for retirement?" Yeah, I don't want to work. So I'm here at this, receptionist doing nothing, but it's just because it's scary, not knowing the contact, Vicky, the contact with the external world, or what I want to be, or what, So yeah, I think I'm kind of rebirthing and then going towards what I exploring again, I guess. Sorry.
Wow.
So.
It's so beautiful, and thank you for sharing all this, because this is a whole journey you share. Wow. And I'm happy to hear, because you were not there live, and I'm happy to hear what has happened. And funny that you had a dream, because that is really a rebirth, from totally, like this, and only let life go by exploring. So now life begin. What is your age now?
46.
Yeah, 46.
Kind
And
of
life,
old. Yeah.
and it's so nice to be 46 and to start at 7 again, you know? And in the meantime, you know a lot of stuff. So a lot of stuff will not happen to you again. So it's beautiful to be a child. And, you know, and like you said, a warrior. Well, you are, you know, in your own way, you are a warrior. And, and arrogance and pride, that is, for one thing, it is, how do you call it? A defense mechanism, arrogance and pride, and it feels safe. I once had to create, we had to create and how do you call it? Practice with creating. And then
Mhm.
I had to create, and mostly people create nice things, but this was called a red list, red, like creating all bad things, you know, see if you can do that. And then I created, I'm arrogant. And I practiced with Cheered, and and when you created it, when you have created, my God, it was such a good feeling, you know. And Cheered said to me, and I really looked arrogant. I was arrogant. I felt arrogant, and Cheered, who was coaching me, saw that. He said, "Oh my God, you're a nasty person, you know, so arrogant." And normally I would really shrink, you know. Oh my God, you know, nasty person. And I thought in my arrogance, oh well, you know, the poor guy, you know, is so beneath me, so whatever. So I recognize the big advantage of arrogance, but you know, at one time it goes against you. But I know the feel. I was never consciously arrogant, but at that point I loved it. So I totally understand arrogant people. Like, of course, you know, because whatever critic comes, you say, well, you know, you know, beautiful feeling. So, and but arrogance and pride that belongs to a certain how do you call it? Yeah, it's too big to explain. But if you like, you could say there are three types of people. I'm not of three characteristics who can mix, and one is like very clear, and another energy that can be is very projecting and unclear, and another and more anger based, and the other one is also unclear and more fear based. And with a clear thinking energy, that has it has called a name. It is a sattvic energy, if you know something about the Vedas. But with that, the downside is arrogance. But it belongs to a very nice quality, actually. So with that quality is also clear and revealing energy. So there's just a, how do you call it, a distortion, or the negative side from that. Yeah. So that's what I want to say about arrogant. And yes, and it's good that you are. So it's nice for you. You rushed through this in a survival mode, actually, through the chakras, and you did your discovery, and you were reborn. So it did. You did get the fruits. But for you, I would advise start over again. You know, take your time. Do the first chakra and do it again and again. You know, like, yeah, and take all the time, and then you have to slowly do the second. So go through it from this new reborn point of view, like what was the word, investigating it. You didn't use that word, but like, what was the word? Yeah, what, Bianca? I cannot think.
Exploring or
Exploring.
right.
Yes. So yeah, now you do this from the exploring point of view, exploring the first chakra, really exploring. So no surviving, you know. And if you are in surviving, totally investigate in surviving. How about that?
Okay,
Yeah.
that's great. Thank
Good.
you. I will do
Okay.
that.
Yeah. Cool. So what I will do, and we will cut the recording soon, because we do first, you know, the little break, because we have been listening for a while. And then after the break, Coach had a question about the 5 thingies, because Coach heard Chit and me talking about the 5 thingies. And actually, 3 of the thingies we did, I don't know in which lesson, maybe the last one, you know, like relax your tongue, relax your jaws. Do you remember the one who were there or have seen it? That's 3 of the 5 thingies, but I will go for this, for today, further into it, a little bit more explaining and where it came from, and then do the 3 thingies and the 2 other thingies with it. If that is still, if you still want to know, Coachje. Yeah, and the 5 thingies is very good to practice also again and again and again, but I will tell more about it. So if
And what is,
everybody...
Because
is
it, oh, sorry. Is it
is
when
it
you,
what is the word? Is it a thingy or a thingy? What is it?
It is thingy, like dingetje, dingetje.
Yeah, thingy. Okay,
Thingy. Like, yeah,
thingy.
you could say 5 exercises, 5 circles, 5 steps, but
Okay,
the one who invented it is a very funny guy. This goes, thingy,
yeah,
like, yeah,
thingy. Yeah,
5
funny
dingetjes.
word. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you, Coachje.
yeah, it's preparing for a stressful situation? Or when do you use the 5 thingies? Yeah. Oh, you go into it. Sorry.
I go into it and I will explain. Yeah, if that's okay with you. Yeah.
Yeah. Can I ask a question to Barbara?
Sure.
Because you have made huge steps, but does your husband, he has a reborn Barbara? How do you deal with it? How does he deal with it? Because you also shine differently. You shine. You are a reborn Barbara. And I wonder what your relation, does it bloom or does it change? What happens?
Thank you, Coach. No, it blooms. It blooms because I'm recognizing the good side of him, and for me, it's just that I don't have to be a support system for him. I just have to be with him and accept him as he is, and give my love and who I am to him. So I became more authentic with him and nurturing the love that I have, basically, instead of trying to, to fix, not fix, but just being there instead of being the punch.
Punching bag.
Yeah, punch bag. Yeah. Thank you for asking.
Beautiful.
Yeah, good question, Coach. Yeah, and it's true. I forgot to say it. You are shining. Yeah. So he's happy. Friendly is happy with you. Good.
Yes, very much.
So that's nice because he might have need a punching bag, but that cannot feel inside, cannot feel good. So I can imagine that it's a release that he don't have to use you as a punching bag also. Yeah. Yeah, cool. So shall we do a little movement like grounding and then 10 breaths, a little break. Shall we do that? Oh yeah, we are going to move also, but it's good to ground again, Good.
And I need to do a work just for 5 minutes or so. I need to jump off at 5 o'clock and then I'll jump back in. So
oh, cool. Okay, so
should I start this exercise now, or is it going to last longer? I mean, it's.
Let me say. So you will go exactly at 5 o'clock.
Yeah, probably need to go on. I'll probably just go now because I need to log on and stuff. So I'll do that and then I'll join back in about 5:10. It won't take long.
Okay, so because this one you can miss. You can just move for yourself.
I'll just go and walk up. Yeah. Cool.
And breathe and
all right.
log in.
Cheers.
Okay, see you soon.
See you soon.
Okay, I put my ears out. Like, do I need to put my ears? Yes. So, and first move a little bit. Just stretch or whatever you like to do. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. I like to. Okay. Let me do it like this. Oh my God. Computer is hot. So we can do the grounding, you know, your feet like shoulder width and a little bit on the inside. Make a bow, look at a point at the wall, play with your height, knees, you go a little bit up and down and seek for that place where you get a little trembling, and keep breathing to your belly. Yeah. Feel the trembling. And now you can bend forward and touch the floor with your hands and still play with your knees, go up and down until you have this slight trembling again. Yeah, okay, and then you can come up and just move, just just turn, and I will go to the toilet. Je voelt niet koos, lieve. Zo. Put this in again. And is my sound good? Did I put it in the right hole? Can anybody hear me? Oh no. Yeah, you can hear. Okay, okay. So. Let's see. Bianca is going for a walk. I don't know. So, what we can do is now breathe. Maybe do a little bit longer, but we'll see. And just breathe. Oh, I put my clock here. Sometimes we do 10 times, and we could do a little longer. Let me see here, yeah, okay. And Ria, if you're tired and sleepy, just slow down. Just very
I'm
nice.
so incredible tired over a sudden, you know, could sleep any second. Sorry. But
no problem.
I'm listening. I'm fully here, but still
I
tired.
see that. Yeah, well, maybe you get a little bit, yeah.
No, I'm tired too. And I think we have done so much.
Yeah.
This course. That,
yeah.
Yeah, I never thought about my life as much as I did the past few months. So
yeah.
That makes me tired.
Thinking about your life, you mean?
Yeah. I'm tired of reinventing myself, looking at myself and looking at the situations. So I don't think it's strange that we all tired. We are all tired. It's hard work.
An intensive course.
Yeah.
Very intensive.
You are so right. It is a very, very, very intensive course, and you've gone deep. So that's and you are growing, and in that way, you say you're like a 7-year-old, but you are little babies, you know, and little babies are growing, and they need a lot of rest, you know, a lot of rest. So with all the exercise which are beautiful, do them, but also just take rest, you know? Just like, yeah, you are on a holiday, you have been on a holiday, just rest, just relax and do the slow movements. You know, moving is always good, you know, so never, I won't say go lie in bed for 2 weeks because that has all other disadvantages, but rest and nurture yourself. And because you've grown so much, it's incredible what I see. It's amazing, you know, it's amazing how you have grown. So nurture yourself and not think about just, oh, I like a bath, I like a cold bath, I like a warm bath, I like a nice food, I like lying in the garden, all that kind. So yeah, thank you for mentioning that, Coach. It's true. It's not. It's
There
true.
might be truth in
And
it, you know. My daughter sometimes tells me, because she's observing, oh, you're meditating so much, all this energy work, all these classes, all this listening to tapes. She said, just mom, chill sometimes. She
Chill,
said,
yeah.
chill
Chill,
and
just
do nothing at all. And you know,
yeah.
for the weekends, I often have my full program and I think I'm listening to all the recordings and everything, but sometimes I'm just not able to.
Yes. You just don't. Yeah. Or listen to nice music. Yeah. Chill. Chill is the right word. You chill. You know. And I think we have a longer time. Mostly the next module is 1 week in between, but now it's 2 weeks, I think. So chill. You know, like that. Yeah.
And I just
Chill.
want to say very quickly that, Coach, if you watch the first videos and you look at yourself now, it's just like anew. You much lose. You much like smile. You much more like, you know. So, thank. And to Bianca, I just want to say, like, in general to everybody. I know everybody knows, but without doing anything, you're already teaching others. You know, I mean, it's amazing. I'm very observing, and you taught me really, one of the biggest things that you taught me is really to take my time, think, and say it, not to hush, because my mind was always like, hush, I have to say something, do something smart, and the pressure, and look at you and see like you're thinking, you're taking your time, you do. It's like, she does that, so I can do it too. So let's try it. You know, it's just like a big teaching. Is very like being ourselves is a big teaching to other people. And you know, in the real speaking the truth, I'm taking the courage to. So I'm processing, smiling, Coach, thinking, Bianca, in truth, Ria. It all comes in a package and incorporating all that. So it's really, really, honestly. So thank you, and go back to class.
Oh, well, thank you so much for telling me, for telling this beautiful, really observant. But it's so true. It's amazing. It's really amazing. What a difference. And yeah, and I notice also, Bianca, because even I can learn now, you know, from you, because taking your time, just be silent, and then comes a sentence, and I think what a relief, because I also have the tendency to not take a break while speaking. And even if my husband is good at that, he always, oh my God, you know, is he going to say something else? Because he takes long breaks. But that I'm used to, and to see it here from you, that's cool, yeah. You are all great teachers, and each one of you teach the other one by being himself, and all beautiful qualities, yeah, so beautiful. So beautiful people, you are allowed and to be tired, and it is logic to be tired. And there's one solution: chill. I got the chill group. And now we could add a little energy for the last part of this session by breathing. And if you find the breathing is too tiring, then you breathe slow. So you can choose, you know? There we go. Everybody ready? Oh, no, we do this in this part also. Yeah, good. Okay, there we begin. Fully in. Let go. Fully in. Let go. Fully in. Let go. And let's keep on breathing, and let not breathe something in or something out. Just breathe. Let's make it simple today. and at your own pace. Maybe you do quick, like, maybe you do very slow, like, and maybe something in between. Choose your own pace, but really breathe in. Let go. Breathe in. Let go. Fully in. Let go. Yeah, and keep on breathing. Maybe you feel the tingling. Yeah, maybe you get a little bit cold also, because yeah, it also cools your lungs. Let's do it nice long. And if it's too long, you know, if you get too dizzy, then you breathe slower and longer out than in. Yeah, let's do 2 rounds, so almost end of the 1 round. Fully in, fully out, fully in, fully out, fully in, and let go with a big sigh of release, and hold. Just relax. Yeah, if this just done the breathing in. Welcome back. And if you need to breathe, you just take a little zip, like, and you wait again. And Ian, you might do 10 breaths just to, we will do another round also. Just relax. Chill, guys, chill. Okay, almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fully in. Squeeze your pelvic floor, your belly, your chest, and concentrate on the top of your head. Hold it. Hold it. And let go with a big sigh of relief. And now for Theo and Ian, and we were planning this anyway, a second round. There we go. Fully in. Let go. Fully in. Let go. Fully in. Let go. At your own pace, faster or slower. Feel the tingling, feel lightheaded, and if it is too much, then you slow down your breathing. Breathe longer out and in, and otherwise just keep going. Okay, fully in, fully out, fully in, fully out. Last time, fully in. And let go with a big sigh of relief. And hold. Relax. Chill. Hold your breath. You don't need to breathe at all right now. But if you need somewhere, you do a little zip and you hold again. let's go for more than a minute. It's now a minute. Let's do 15 extra seconds if you can. And otherwise a little breathe. There we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fully in. Squeeze your pelvic floor, your belly, but just focus on the top of your head. Hold it. Hold it. And go with a big sigh of relief. And now breathe normally. So we can, first welcome Theo. You just missed the sharing, so didn't miss an exercise. And we're going to start a second record. Stop and start again.
Vicky, can I just ask a question?
Yeah, sure.
It's just about the breathing. So, been doing some guided breathing exercises, and one of them the guy uses, he calls it the Soma technique. So it's like a combination of the Wim Hof, and then there's an additional squeeze in it. So it's after the inhale exhale phase. At the end of that, it's a last inhale and then a squeeze, maybe for about 5 seconds, and then let go.
Yeah.
It seems to really amplify the physical feeling for me, and it makes it much stronger. I didn't know if you know why that's used as an alternative method, if it's something you recommend,
Yeah,
or what the benefits are of doing it, sort of thing.
Yeah, good question. So, as you know, I'm also a breathwork biohacker, and that means I know a lot about also the algorithms beneath the breath. And in the breath world, it is more and more common that there is, anyway, that's good to know, not a good breath and a bad breath, because there used to be, maybe a fight between Buteyko and Wim Hof or other breathing techniques. But it is about what no breath is bad. It has its own mechanisms. So the most important thing is, what do you use it for? We say breathing to the belly is good. Yeah, normally. But if you are running, at a certain point, you cannot breathe to your belly anymore. It depends. You breathe high. So high, low, it depends. And the breath hold, if you breathe out and then you hold your breath, then you are going into the parasympathetic nervous system. The first phase is sympathetic, energizing, and then parasympathetic, and you just wait, and you don't have much CO2, so you don't need to breathe also. And then at the end you breathe in, and it's nice to squeeze, because then all oxygen goes to your pineal gland, I guess, and you can have nice experiences.
So this method uses that squeeze at the end after the retention, but it also uses a squeeze. So inhale, exhale, then a squeeze, then release, and into the retention, and then squeeze again after that. So there's an additional squeeze earlier.
Yeah, and that's
just why would they do that?
If you do that, it is more because you have breathed out a lot of CO2, and then if you breathe in, and then without the first retention, so immediately after breathe, you breathe in and you hold, then there goes a lot of oxygen directly to your brain, actually.
Yeah.
And that way is also called the DMT breathing, but it is not called that anymore, because you cannot scientifically prove that you are excreting DMT. It is not hard proof, but it was used, and then 80 times, and faster and faster and faster. And then after that, then suddenly breathe in and hold it there. And then, you get all these experiences also in your head, you feel you can see light and that kind of things, because you really put all the energy then in. I think it's a pituitary gland. I have to look it up. One of the glands. And
pineal gland.
A pineal gland. Yeah, okay, pineal gland. And it is supposed to be making DMT that way, because it looks a lot like a certain molecule without the oxygen, and then you add oxygen, something like that. So that is why they do it. And anyway, it is both retention. This in both cases you are going to the parasympathetic nervous system, but this has a slightly other goal than this, and it doesn't make that much. This is breathe out and relax, and then do it, and then you do it immediately, so everything goes to your head. So that's why, yeah. Does that answer your question, Ian?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Just to know whether they keep doing it or not doing it. I just wanted some.
Well, it's what you want. So both are good, you know. And in the first one, because if you breathe in, the retention might be a little longer. If you breathe out and hold the retention, then you really have for a while also before you have breathed out, there is a shortage of oxygen in your muscles and in your brain, because the oxygen is trapped in your veins and it cannot leave without enough CO2. And if you breathe out and hold, then your cells are actually screaming, give me oxygen, give me oxygen, you know, and really give me oxygen. But you don't need to breathe because you have no CO2, and the CO2 sees to it that you get this inkling to breathe. And since the CO2 is this low and the oxygen is also low, you don't need to. That's why it is dangerous to do it in water, because you feel like not breathing. So the cells are screaming, give me the fucking oxygen. And then finally, if you do it, then oh yes, it's like the little birdies, you know, give me the worm. And then they learn to take in that oxygen, and your cells learn, okay, it's now you get 10 seconds, so take it. So that's one thing that's happening. And the other thing is that by depriving your cells from oxygen, you do a little altitude training. So also because of that deprivation of oxygen, your body says, hey, something has to happen. Let's make some new stem cells. So and then you also make some new stem cells because of a lack of oxygen. There's a lot of is happening because of the breathing out and breath hold after that. Yeah. So it is any way you like. If you say, oh my God, but you know, breathe in and then hold without first the breathing out and then hold. Oh, that feels much better. Then you do that. No problem.
Yeah, I found it really amplifies like the physical feeling of it, just like the vibration and the charge that you get from it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if we do this the next time, you do it your way. If you say breathe out and hold, you say breathe in and hold to yourself. And yeah, so it's perfectly all right.
But you hold for only 5 seconds and then you breathe out.
Yeah.
So
it's like the inhale, exhale, but it's like squeeze your pelvic floor and push it up, so tense up.
And then you breathe out, and then you have to retention.
Yeah, and then go to the retention.
I think you get high, Ian. That's why you like it.
Yeah, it's true.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're on to it.
I tried it standing up outside the school when I was waiting for Emily to finish the other day, and I nearly fell over. So I thought I best not. I was just bored. I thought I'll just do a quick round of breathing here because I was just bored waiting. But I thought, nah, nearly fell over, stood up in the street. So
yeah, so I always, when I teach this, everyone always do this in a safe place. So not on your motorbike. Let's do that, or not on the school. Definitely not in or around water. You know.
Yeah. Ria too. I know that you were both in Pavla's session at the weekend. Then I did it with the extra squeeze then, and it was really powerful. I was just vibrating the whole way through it, even once I went back into the in and out breathing. So maybe you could try it on one of her sessions.
Sorry, whose sessions?
It was the session with Pavla at the weekend, but Ria and Theo were both in the same session as well. But I tried it then.
Cool. So it's perfectly okay to do it that way, but never do it. See that you're always safe, because you can pass out with this breathing. Yeah.
Cool. So I have a question with the breathing too. You know, this heavy breathing. I cannot do that because I get so super dizzy that I have to hold on to the table. And if it's really extreme dizziness, and if I would go on, I would faint. Yeah. And I would fall. And so, do I miss anything? Should I work on that? Or why am I getting so super dizzy?
Oh, no problem. That's just how your body reacts. So there's nothing wrong with you. You just do only 10 breaths or something, you know, or you do it much calmer. You could do it.
I have to do it calmer because I did it a couple of times with you in the other breathing session, 5 times, and then I'm super dizzy.
So for you, 5 times is enough, you know,
Mhm.
and then because super dizzy is not nice. A little bit lightheaded is funny, but super dizzy, bleh, you know.
So you cannot get used to it.
I don't know but you don't need to get used to it, because you could also say, I could also say, you're a lucky gal because you don't need to do 30 or 40 breaths. You have the effect in 5 breaths. Wow, you know, much easier.
That is then the effect that you get so dizzy and it goes to the pineal gland and you have that mystical experiences.
Yeah, that can also be, after 5 breaths. You can do it after 5 breaths.
Yeah, because it's really everything is changing. It's black. I see stars, everything. Yeah. And then if I would do one more breath, I would faint. I know that.
I think that you can get. So I've played around with different speeds. Really, I think that you can just going long and slow and deep for the same length of time. I think you get to the same place as you do if you're going faster.
Okay.
You're taking more oxygen in because you're going deeper. You're opening your lungs up more.
Yeah, you can. So just do it slow. See how it really looks like.
Yeah, I always do it slow. So
that's nice. And if you get dizzy, then you'll get there, because then the dizziness is because of the difference between O2 and CO2 rate. So then you have had this rate change. So very good. So don't worry about it. Yeah, cool. Cool questions, guys. Yeah. More questions? Oh my God. No more questions? Ian, no?
No, thanks.
Okay. Okay, the 5 thingies. That was the questions. Theo, you missed it. Oh,
Stop,
the
Stop.
yeah, stop. Yeah.